And we are live. Hello and welcome to our 15-minute mind reset. I am your coach, Hadassah, metaphysician, personal development coach, wellness entrepreneur, and founding member of Extreme FX Global Academy, where Bitcoin and Forex collides. And today is Tuesday. Today we had our talk about taxes on Let's Talk About It Tuesday. And so we're going to do a 15-minute recap. And this time it will be 15 minutes because my granddaughter, who is on, she's a YouTuber, and she left a comment on my last one and was like, Grandma, that was 16 minutes. I know you for your works. And this time it might be less than 15 minutes, or it might be 15 minutes and 30 seconds. But either way, about 15 minutes, because what we want to do is make sure that you move on over into our Hyperlaunch event that is taking place at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to tell you all about our community, our academy, and all of the value that we have over here. Okay. You may be looking for a way to, uh, you know, add some extra income into your household. You might be looking to replace income in your household, or you may be looking to just totally revolutionize your life. Okay. And learn a new skill set. And we really, truly have all of that here. All right. So I want to make sure that you tune into the Hyper Lounge again at 7 p.m. So what I'm going to do here is, let's see that right there. So you see that information going across on the banner. That's where you're going to go ahead and tune into the Hyper Lounge. So make sure you grab that information that's scrolling across. So let's talk about it. The recap about taxes. So here's the thing about it. Let's say our income, okay, 100%. Now, do we bring home our gross earnings when we are, like say we're employed, okay? If we're employed, first of all, you already know there's the gross and then there's the net. You know that you're bringing home the net, which means that you're paying taxes up front. And then, you're taking out for like medical and whatever other expenses or things like that that's being taken out up front, right? That FICA and what else? Your insurance, those type of things. And then you get your check. So after it's taxed up front, you bring that, and then it depends on where you live. Okay. Florida is a state where a lot of wealthy people move to or reside. I'll say they have their main residence there. Well, why? Because they're not taxed out the wazoo, and that's just really a talk amongst the wealthy. How they keep their wealth is not to be taxed to death. I forget the name of the book, but that's one of the rules of wealth, is to protect it. Okay. And you protect it from taxes. So Florida has the lowest tax. I don't even think they pay income taxes, if to be honest with you. And then you have states that are like highly taxed, like Illinois, and more so than Illinois, but Cook County, which is Chicago. Okay. Chicago and the surrounding suburbs, Chicago land area, it's taxed very high. And then the food tax and all of those taxes. Now, there are the taxes that are in other counties that's in the state of Illinois that are a lot lower, but Cook County, and a lot of people call it Cook County, but I digress. We're not going to go there. It's highly taxed. It's highly taxed, and a lot of people have moved from here because of that. And what many people have found is that once they do move from a highly taxed, state or county, um, and even when you're like shopping, okay, we have taxes on our shopping. Um, they find that they start, seems like they're enjoying their money even more because they're able to keep a lot of it. For us, we live not too far from Indiana, right? So we can drive to Indiana, and especially during the pandemic, that's what we've done a lot. We have because you had a lot of shutdown here, and Indiana is just pretty much like, hey, as long as you put your mask on, had a mask on when you walk in here, we're open. Right? So we've been doing, going out in Indiana, shopping in Indiana. That's the thing. If you live close enough to Indiana, and you're willing to take that drive, you pay a lot less in taxes. And especially if you have a large family, like me. I have 7 children, and 5 of them are still home. And hey, whether you're making a lot of money or not a lot, everybody wants to save money. So the biggest expense is the taxes, about 35%. So say you have 100%, right? Your income, that's 100. And then 35% of that. Then that means that you're just getting 65% of your income. And then you have to try to live within that 65%. Now, what about, savings? If you're a person that tithes, what about tithes? What do you pay the tithes on? Do you pay the tithes on the gross income? Do you pay the tithes on the net income? So you're trying to pay tithes, you know. Um uh you say big flow state. He says big purchases are especially important for taxes, cars and stuff, etc. And I'm going to highlight that. Like, yes, you know. Um So things like that, you have 65% left of your income after it's been taxed up front. And then that's another thing about, if you filled out your W-4 correctly. And that's something that through the knowledge and the education of a home-based business that I was a part of, that was the biggest thing, filling out the W-4 correctly to get your exemptions where you're bringing home a lot more money than you would have before. But then you take that money, we call that income shifting, and then you start to, do things where you're investing that income in order for it to grow through having a home-based business as well, right? So that's that thing. Tithes, and then you have to pay, of course, your living, your rental mortgage, your utilities, your car notes. If you have children, you have that. If you have them in some type of extracurricular activities, if you're going out, because everybody, like, no matter what, you want to enjoy. So like some entertainment, all of those things. Can you do that on 65% of your income when, your average, the average income earner, may be about $50,000 a year. And in some cases, that's between 2 people. The 25 and 25,000, that's $50,000 together. Or if you have one that's doing about 50,000 and the other one doing 25,000, because I mean, if both, like say it's a 2-parent household, right? If you got both parents that are working overtime, who's minding the children? That's very important. you know, so it's those things. Now, here's the thing. Like, these are, because I've been a home-based business owner for like years, okay? When I really learned about tax savings and how to really save money on taxes through having a home-based business, because of the how can I say this? The tax deductions. Like, they're of a business, the best tax deductions are through a home-based business. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. As a matter of fact, remind me to tell you why. Okay, so we're 10 minutes in. So look, I always buy these brochures, okay? And I hand them out to people. I hand them out. Here's the thing. Look, you see this? Uncle Sam will pay you to run a home-based business. Okay? And so there's a, do I have it in here? Oh shoot, it's over there. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it really quick because I want you to see something. It's not just these little brochures, but I want you to see something from a tax agency. Hold on. Okay, so years ago, when me and my husband were sitting in the in the office to file our taxes, I grabbed. So you see, well, I showed you I have these brochures, right? And of course, I keep this one because I laminated it. So when I'm talking to people about the benefits of having a home-based business, right? I have this laminated and I go through this. But what better way to really know and understand this than from what? I got this from Jackson Hewitt. Okay? When my husband and I were filing our taxes like umpteen years ago. And what does it say? Top 50 overlooked deductions. Okay? I'm going to try to name as many as I can real quick. Adjustment on form 1040 for student loan interest. Adjustment on form 1040 for one half of self-employment taxes that you paid. Health insurance premiums and self-employed taxpayers. Penalty on early withdrawals of savings, alimony paid, but not child support, of course, medical transportation, tolls, parking, mileage deduction for doctor's visits, dentists, picking up medicine, right? Nursing home expenses that are primarily for Medicare, Medicaid, medical aids such as crutches, canes, orthopedic shoes, hearing aids, eyeglasses, contact lenses, hospital fees for services such as nursing, physical therapy, lab tests, x-rays, equipment for disabled and handicapped individuals, right? My daughter. It's so many. The cost of alcohol and drug abuse and certain smoking cessation treatments. Special school costs for mentally and physically handicapped individuals. Again, my daughter, right? I pay for the service. It's $1,000 a month, right? I pay for that. Do you think I write that off? Yes, I do, right? Wages for nursing services, state income tax owed from the prior year, paid in the tax year, payment of the last quarter estimate state taxes made by December 31st, personal property taxes on cars and boats. Like if you live in Virginia, you're paying a personal property tax. So you can deduct that. Taxes paid to a foreign government, mandatory contributions to state disability funds, state and local sales tax or excise taxes paid, points paid on mortgage or refinancing, property or cash donations to a recognized charity. So when you're given, donating things to charity, spring cleaning and all of that, that's a tax deduction. You make sure that you grab the little form. They say, oh, you need a form. Yes, I do. Don't walk away and just be like, oh yeah, here, take this stuff. No, that's a tax deduction. I do it every year. Right? Mileage incurred in relation to charitable activities. My husband, he was a coach He coaches basketball, so he volunteer coaching basketball and everything, and the things that we would do, bringing the waters, all of that stuff, that was a tax deduction, right? It's so many education expenses you paid to maintain or improve your job skills, right? Okay, look, we're over 15 minutes, and guess what? My granddaughter, I'm over. Right? Home office expenses. If your primary place of business, meaning a home-based business, right? No matter if you're renting or you own it, right? Um, yes, and you can, exactly. Let me highlight that. You can consider your YouTube channel a business and deduct the cameras. Exactly. So like my cell phone, my computers, the desktop, all of that. Every year I'm writing off these same things because you're still utilizing it for business, whether you still have it. I mean, it's an adjustment or whatever, or you buy the new equipment. It's all tax deductible. The thing is, though, you have to be a business in order for you to deduct the things that you use on a regular everyday basis. Why not have a home-based business? Right? Okay. Any products you review in the video. Exactly. So, I'm buying some soap and I'm like, ooh, let me tell you how good this oatmeal soap is on your skin. And it does. And you just wash this up your body. Like you're using it all the time. Review it on YouTube. Now it's a tax deduction because you just used it for your YouTube business. You see what I'm saying? Like all of these things, all of this that I'm using here, it's a tax deduction. Okay. But this is why, and look, cleaning and laundering services while traveling. Look, if you're, because I tell you, if you told Adrian Dynamite Sloan, I said, look, you best believe what's on my list is a personal chef, which would be tax deductible, right? House cleaning services, tax deductible. Okay, these things tax deductible, and it's so many things. Look, here it is right here. Services of a housekeeper, maid, or cook needed to run your home for the benefit of a qualifying dependent while you work. It's so many 50 overlooked tax deductions. And where did I get this from? I got it from Jackson Hewitt. And you see, I laminated it because it goes right along with this tool. This is a tool of Uncle Sam will pay you to run a home-based business. So what is Extreme FX Global Academy? Where we're learning how to trade on the Forex market, right? And we have and cryptocurrency. Our community tokens are backed by Bitcoin. Not only are we learning the skill set, but it's a business. It's a home-based business. And everything that we do. So not only are we, able to deduct because it's education, it's an education expense, but then it's also a home-based business. And everything in your home at this point, your utilities, water, all of these things that you're using every day anyway, becomes tax deductible. So this is how you save on taxes. This is how you save where, now that 35% that they're taking from your income. And I'll say this, anybody that is employed, you need a home-based business instead of going to get that second job where you spend 8 hours working and then that other 4 hours you'll go get another part-time job in which all you just did was go get more money that could be taxed. They want you. It's like, yes, go get another job. Yes, yes, yes. They want you to have another job because that's more money to be taxed. But instead of taking that 4 hours to do that, why not take that 4 hours to what? Get a home-based business, okay? Have a home-based business, have it be tax deductible, correct your W-4 from your job, okay? Now you're saving a lot of money that you could see immediately back into your paycheck, and you can invest that into what? your home-based business, and then start taking advantage of the tax deductions. So you can see that is my time. I am well over. Okay. Yes, people need to know this stuff and start doing exactly. Because when I tell you, look, I think this was probably the last time that I was there at Jackson Hewitt, because when I started, I presented everything, and the lady wanted to tell me that oh no, why you not getting this taken off, and you're not getting these deductions, and I'm sitting up there looking like, wait a minute, if I know more than you do, and I'm about to pay you $500 to do my taxes, I think I need to save my $500 and go home and do them myself. Right? I mean, like, I'm like, this is crazy. You're telling me that I can't, but it says it right here in the brochure that you all have sitting. I'm like, no. I told my husband, I said, we leaving now. He's looking, no, we're going home. We're leaving now. We're about to save $500. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what we did, right? Until we get somebody that knows this. And now we do have someone that knows this, because they're an accountant that has their own business. So they know, but those people, look, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know about this stuff. And you paying them a whole lot of money for things that they should know, but they don't. So um Uncle Sam will pay you to have a home-based business. Make sure you have one. Now, the home-based business that we have is Extreme FX Global Academy, where Bitcoin and Forex collide. We're teaching you how to trade on the Forex market. Our product basically is money. It's money, it's personal development, it's financial literacy. We have a whole host of other things too, where you can save on travel, get shopping dollars. I mean, the whole gamut. And if you want to know more about it, then take that information that you see scrolling down below. I'm already right here in my Zoom waiting on my guests, right? Because we're about to get into this hyper launch where it's going to take about 10-15 minutes tops for me to show you everything that we have, and then you make an informed decision if you want to be a part of our common unity. And if not, then that's great, but just make sure that you share the wealth with someone else that may be looking for an opportunity to add extra income, replace their income, or just totally revolutionize their life and their finances. All right. So you guys take care. We'll see you back again tomorrow at the 3 o'clock Central Standard Time hour. And those of you that will meet me over here on the Zoom, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right. So you guys take care. Peace.